What's up, guys? This is Sam. Welcome back to the channel. Really excited to bring the review to you today of the Icon Airflite, and it's not even so much a review of the Icon Airflite as it is the airbrushing job that was done by REK Airbrush out of Miami. I came across REK Airbrush on Instagram and approached him about doing a Thanos theme helmet that would match the theme of my bike. And as some of you know, I'm working on building a 2019 Indian Scout. The entire theme of the bike is Thanos. The name of the build is Thanoscout. So I really wanted to tie everything together. To me, a build is all about details. So I took one of my Icon Airflites and shipped it down to REK Airbrush in Miami and said, let's do this thing. Let's get it done. I've mentioned in the past that the Icon Airflite is personally my favorite helmet. It fits my head well. It's got like a great deal of visibility, really good venting, and fantastic customization options. So I'm a huge fan of this helmet. I mean, at an opening price point of $250, it's really, really hard to beat. But we're not going to get so much into the tech specs of the helmet as we are just the quality of job that REK Airbrush did when I commissioned him to do this. A couple of things about REK Airbrush. He's been doing the airbrushing on helmet for some time. You can find him on Instagram, and he posts up videos and timeline stories of the progress that he's doing on the projects that he's currently working on. And great page. I think he's got around 15,000 followers. If you're not following him, go ahead and give him a follow. So with that being said, I wanted to take you through a 360 view of the Icon Airflite with a 100% airbrush paint job in case you had never seen this. A few things I will mention is when I commissioned him, I told him that I wanted the Thanos face, just a straight on look, eyeballs and all, serious look, no weird cheesy grins or anything like that. And I told him that I wanted to have some scarring on the left side of his head, and I got that vision from this guy, which is, you know, just a Funko Pop bobblehead. I'm a nerd when it comes to this stuff, so I had picked this bobblehead up months ago and absolutely loved the hot pink scarring that basically was a depiction of the movie when Thanos had destroyed the stones, whatever. So not to get too far in the weeds, but that's where the overall direction came from that I gave him on this helmet. Overall timeline, I shipped the helmet to him in early July, which was a rough week to ship the helmet to him because it was the 4th of July. It's a holiday. We were going straight into a holiday weekend. So we had a little bit of a delay there, but overall, really quick and efficient work. He was very diligent about sending in progress photos to let me know that one, the project was still in progress, he hadn't forgotten it, and that he was, he just wanted to keep me in the loop, which I think is above and beyond what a lot of your service folks out there would be doing. So without further ado, I'm going to spin this helmet around and show you what it looks like. I'll tilt it out. The first thing you'll probably notice about this is you're probably thinking, what did you do on the visor? Well, the visor is a perforated film. And what's cool about this perforated film, and I asked him about this, is this going to be just a print on like laminate film sticker that you're putting on the helmet, on the visor? And he said, no, I airbrush everything. When you see this film, I will literally be airbrushing the film, peeling it, and applying it to the visor itself. So what you get out of that is 100% consistent look with the rest of the airbrushing on the helmet. And we'll tilt this forward so that you guys can see it a little bit. But I mean, overall, just insane detail. It's like going to a tattoo shop hoping for the best and having your expectations exceeded. So just fantastic quality. There's literally no impact to the functionality of the helmet. The visors and everything still work 100% efficiently, along with the vents. What I like about it is that he doesn't cheap out. He doesn't just stop down here. He painted the entire mouth area. It's not like one of those things that he was lazy and could have cheaped out on and said, well, this is not going to be visible when the visor's down. He paints 100% of the helmet, which is, to me, again, it's all about consistency. It's all about diligence, not being lazy, and the guy knocked it out of the park. So let's take you through a 360 spin, show you some of this cracking and scarring that he did on the left side. I literally only sent him like 2 images of this bobblehead and said, this is what we're shooting for. And I mean, as you can see, it's just, there's nothing to complain about. I'm sure that, I guess if you're a painter, you could nitpick whatever you want to nitpick, but I mean, I have 0 complaints. This is the first helmet I've ever had airbrushed. He even sent me a message here about a week before it was done, and he said the helmet is finished. It is off to clear coating, and he literally has his clear coater put 3 heavy, strong coats of clear coat to make sure that the helmet is protected as possible with this custom paint scheme. I mean, I'm sure I'm failing for words at this, because to me it's just a thing of beauty. Let's talk about price point. I don't know what the going rate is for airbrushing a helmet, right? This is the first time I had ever had it done. I just know that when I saw his work and the fact that he does a lot of character and animation style airbrushing on his helmets, I knew that he was the one I wanted to commission. So I think altogether, the airbrushing job was about $575. Okay, I find that to be incredibly reasonable with the amount of time that he had to take to prepare, paint, clear coat, cost of materials, the whole 9 yards. I find $575 to be incredibly reasonable. I mean, it was like $50 to ship it to him, but he included the shipping cost back to me within his price. So, I mean, altogether, I think I had $625 invested in the helmet, including getting it down there to him and back. So, extremely reasonably priced for the kind of service and the quality that you're getting. The shipping turnaround time was quick. He made sure that I got tracking information as soon as it was out the door from him to me. He put a signature required and insurance on it, which is good when you're spending this kind of money. So if you look at it comprehensively, you're looking at a $250 helmet. I will mention one of the first conversations I had with him was that he cannot and will not airbrush a matte finish helmet because, like, for instance, the matte black version of the Icon Airflite is, I think they call it like a Rubitone or something like that, but it almost has a rubbery consistency, and there would have been really no plausible way of him airbrushing this helmet and making it look right. So one of the first conversations he had was to make sure that I knew that it needed to be a gloss black or a gloss finish helmet that he was going to be painting on to make sure that it looked right and that we didn't run into any issues. So an Icon Airflite in gloss black will run you $250. It's automatically going to come with the clear visor. So don't go out and spend any money on a colored visor just to send the helmet to REK and have him paint over it. That or put this film, this perforated film over it. That would be completely pointless. What you want is just to take the standard helmet with a clear visor, send it to him. He's going to work his art. So by the time I had $625 into the airbrush and shipping and the $250, I mean, little under $900 total investment for the helmet. Now, you know, this is, to me, this was the most obvious platform that I wanted the helmet, or it was the most obvious platform of a helmet for the airbrushing. I love the shape. I love the visor. I love the visibility that you get out of the Icon Airflite. And honestly, it's just a great shape for an airbrushing job like this. this thing is going to get so many looks going down the road. I mean, the guy just knocked the job out of the park. I couldn't be more pleased. Hopefully in a future video, maybe later this week, what I'll do is I'll take a really random video, because a lot of people have been concerned about the visibility out of the visor with this perforated film. I tried the helmet on earlier. You can see 100% fine. Literally had no visibility impact whatsoever to this helmet. But what I'd like to do is I'd actually like to position the camera inside the helmet, facing out, so that you guys can see a first-person view of what you're going to be looking at when you're looking out of this helmet. Now, I don't want to get super long-winded. Again, I'll just take you guys one more time on the 360. Show you guys the detail, just to show you the sheen and the gloss of this clear coat job that he did. You know, you've got the ear on the other side, all of the scarring in his facial lines and headlines moving back. All of the facial lines, nose, cheek, eyes, whole 9 yards on the front. And then, of course, you've got that beautiful hot pink scarring on the left-hand side. Big thanks to REK Airbrush for knocking this job out for me. I couldn't be more pleased. I will sing your praises, and I will make sure that everybody knows that if they're looking for an airbrush job, you're the man to approach. Very reasonably priced, just exceeded my expectations over and above. So hopefully you guys are able to find him, go search him out, and if you ever need a job like this, you can get that done. And there you have it. Mini Thanos, big Thanos. Just a super fantastic job. All right, guys. We will see you on the next video. Take it easy.